Bienvenidos a la Flyways podcast. I am your host, Joey Basayo.
That's scary, actually, a little bit. Yeah, I don't like that.
Bueno, amigo.
No, I don't. No.
Dice mucho bueno.
No buen. No bien.
You kind of need to be watching for that one, but not just listening.
It's scary.
Which, by the way, guys, thank you so much for listening and reviewing the podcast. We're over like 8:30 now for podcast reviews on Apple.
Yeah, I don't know for
Pretty
sure.
lit. Some really funny reviews lately, too.
Okay.
Really good.
I'll have to check them out.
Made me smile a little bit, too.
I'll have to check them out. Guys, this podcast is brought to you by Flashback. And I tell you what, man, those things work.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I take a Snapchat of our spread, like our duck spread, everyone's like, what the fuck are those? I'm like,
right.
Check these bitches out.
They're just built like a brick shithouse, too.
Yeah, what I really enjoy about it is you'll be duck hunting, right? And when you see geese, you're like, who has the spinner? Who has the remote? Turn off the remote. Turn off the remote. And then like two of them don't turn off. And then the geese just don't come in.
Yeah.
Duck hunting today. And I see two geese flying and I'm like, go to reach for my remote. I'm like, oh, that's right. I don't have any spinners out. And those bitches just came.
Weren't bothered by the flashbacks at all.
Not one bit.
Yeah.
It's just such realistic motion.
Yeah, dude. I like them a lot.
And really I like too the ripples too.
I was just gonna say that I like the ripples they throw off for sure, and the pintails look sick.
So go check them out at Duck Creek Decoys.
Yeah. Joey, I was gonna ask you how your hunt went today.
Not great. If there would have been ducks around, it would have been phenomenal. It was 14 mile an hour south east wind, and went to one of our favorite lakes. And instead of going to the point, I went to like our old spot with the tree.
Yep.
And because it was more sheltered from the wind.
Yep.
I just bought a bunch of Rig'em-Right rigs for some new avians that I bought, and they were 4-footers with 3-ounce weights, which is the lightest weight I've ever bought in my life. But I was just like in a hurry. I go to Cabela's. That's all they had was 4-foot 3-ounce.
Bro, you bought 3-ouncers?
Yeah, that's all I could do. That's all I could do. And I'm like, shit. So then I go out to that lake and I go to the normal spot. Dude, it is so deep there. And I'm like, this is why I always get 6-foot rigs. That's why I always get 72
no lie.
inches.
What did I say to you, Carter? Was that when you bought all those
Why
rigs?
do I look like this, Carter?
And I was like, those are definitely not 6-foot rigs.
You did say that, yep.
Yeah.
No. Definitely not.
I said that.
Yeah. No, yeah. You can
right.
tell.
Obviously. And that's what that was me basically being like, those aren't long enough.
Yeah, no. No, so that's what made me go to the tree spot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're just like, you can't see as many ducks from over there, like from afar. And so I don't know. I just don't think there were any ducks, period.
I thought you said you've been seeing all these ducks down there.
I have. I don't know where they are.
Gone.
I don't know.
They're in a cornfield.
Probably. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
But I figured with the ducky weather, they'd be bouncing water to water.
Yeah.
Apparently not. So I killed 2 geese, water swatted the shit out of them.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I think those geese flew by, and they were kind of going like this from like 150 yards out.
Yeah.
I started calling, just like, rah, 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 and then started like picking up the speed. They were like, meh. And I did this new note that I've been trying out for the last like year, and they just went, just like so,
came right in.
So freaking loud. Like I couldn't see them anymore, and then they hooked.
Yeah.
And they like get over the decoy spread. They're kind of like, no fucking geese here, dude. There's no goose decoys.
Yeah.
And then they landed.
But they landed.
Yeah, they landed like
on the outside of the spread.
20 yards to my left. Yeah, outside of the spread. So I like get into my spread, like get around the cattails. And they like saw me. So I just like shot right through the cattails, both of them right on the water.
Nice. 1 shot?
2 shots.
2 shots. Did you have Hank? So you let him go get him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Nice.
I'm not going out there.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I spent $2,400 on training. You can go get that shit.
Boat ran good?
Yeah. Dude, oh my God.
The boat, bro.
Carter, you haven't heard about this.
No.
God, that thing runs like a sumbitch now. So that thing, I've been dreading using that fucking thing. This thing has been just looking like poop in my yard all year. Just poop. And I'm looking at it.
We're going to fix it up.
And I'm just like, man, we need to get this fucker out of here. Like, it doesn't run very good no matter what I do. So then the other weekend, I take 2 17-year-olds out to my cabin.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think I talked about that on the podcast.
I don't think you did.
And I bring them out. We get out to the boat ramp, and I'm like, okay, I haven't ran this boat all year since, like, the summer for fishing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, put this bitch on a trickle charger. Plenty of gas in the boat. Like, we're good to go. That thing is, like, took the thing off the charger off of it.
Yeah.
Battery's warm. It was like 30 degrees that morning. I'm like, oh, we're solid. We're good to go. Get out to the boat ramp. We got beat there by 2 boats. I'm like, shit. And we got there early, dude. We got there like an hour and a half before sunrise.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, shit. Well, we'll go to Plan B where Carter and I.
Have you seen that before? Have you gotten beat there like that early?
There's
like
always
one time,
it's either
maybe
one
once.
person dumping in, or one guy is coming in as we're coming in.
Remember, there was that time too. Those people were camping right there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that at the boat launch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to divulge the spot. I would say what lake it is, but I don't want everyone else to go there. It's not like we did really good there this year anyway. But put the boat in the water, and I'm just like a chicken with his head cut off. It's my first time running a boat this year, and I'm just like, oh, checklist. Oh my God, I almost forgot to put the plug in. Oh. Start to back the boat in. I was like, I didn't take off the straps. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm just like, oh my God. I'm all flustered. And I get this thing in the water, and I'm trying to start it, bro. And this thing is not starting. And I'm like, God. 25 minutes we're sitting there trying to keep this thing running. And I'm like, go over there and squeeze the bulb, and then it starts firing up. And I'm like, okay, here we go, And then it would die.
Yeah.
The whole thing would die. I'm like, fuck. So like 25 minutes. So I have one of these kids just squeezing the bulb. And he's squeezing it. I'm like, cool. Let's let it stay warm for a bit. And then he stops squeezing it and it dies again. I'm like, dude, we were squeezing it for like 3 minutes. Fuck.
Yeah.
We're going to get stuck out there. We're going to get stuck out in the middle of the lake. This is not going to be cool. And then one of the kids goes, you think we're not going to go out? I'm like, no, we're going out. Even if we have to paddle ourselves back, And then I'm like, are you holding the bulb? He's like, yeah, I'm holding the bulb. I was like, when you squeeze it, does it have like pressure? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, are you squeezing it or are you just holding it? He goes, I'm just holding it. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you got to freaking squeeze the bulb. You got to make sure that the fuel. And I'm starting to like sound like my dad. Like, you fucking squeeze the bulb. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. He's like, I didn't fucking know.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Squeeze the bulb. But I didn't say that to him. So then we get out there. It's puttering. We're getting on plane, and then it's just like, and it's still full throttle. I'm like,
yeah.
Great. So I'm like, we're fucked.
Hey, you want to give me a beer?
I hate this boat. You want an outlaw, Cal?
I do want an outlaw. Yeah.
Carter, are you an outlaw?
Oh, yeah. Every day.
You look like an outlaw. An Amish outlaw. I use technology.
That was...
Look at ya.
Just look at him.
I never left Rumspringer. So anyway.
Oh my God.
Get out there, shoot 5 teal and a hen spoonbill. They had a freaking blast. They were like marveling at the spread. And the night before, they were asking me every question in the book. I gave them a duck call lesson, a goose call lesson. I gave him one of Norm's custom lanyards because he didn't have a lanyard yet. I gave him both whistles, and I was like, this is what you can contribute with.
Yeah.
If you have any questions tomorrow, fire away. And it was really fun. And then took him out for breakfast afterwards, and then took him out pheasant hunting later that day. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a good time.
No, it was a great time. And they're very respectful, very good kids. They were a great time. And so I'm thinking about going out with my wife the following day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not taking that boat out there again. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting stuck. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to find a walk-in spot. Like, that's how bad it was, Cal.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm not taking
No,
that
it
boat
was
out.
bad enough that actually Joey called me. And he's like, hey, we need to buy a boat. I'm like, what do you mean, dude? And he's like, we need to get a boat, Cal. I'm like, we have a boat, dude. He's like, no, we do not have a boat. He said, what we have is not a boat.
The upholstery, fucked.
What happened to the upholstery?
The sun.
Bro, the fucking back, like all of it is just shredded off.
The sun, bro.
It just disappeared into the ether, Joey, or you ripped it off?
I'm not ripping it. I would never rip it.
It's completely gone.
I would never
The
rip it.
vinyl is just gone.
I know. I would never rip it. Shake my hand so you know I'm serious. I would never. That's the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So anyway, then we go to Wisconsin to film a video.
Well,
with Nick.
no. Tell what you did to your wife.
Oh, what I did to my wife? Well, we have 2 children. We have 2 children.
I'm not talking about that, and you know it.
Oh, okay. So I find this WMA just fucking stacked
With
divers, just stacked. And I'm thinking, Roy doesn't know how to shoot very well. She doesn't go out a whole lot, you know. What? Am I a teenager again?
You must be tired, bud.
I am tired.
Sleep deprived? That's what happens to me when I get sleep deprived. My voice cracks.
So I'm like, it's 0.6 miles to get in there.
Yeah.
It's going to suck. Either way we walk in from this deal, it's going to suck. You know, this one we're going downhill the entire way. The other way, like on our way back out, it won't be as bad. Okay. So I bring out 2 dozen floaters, and then I got our guns. I got a backpack full of our gear. She's carrying 6 canvas backs in a backpack.
Did you have a high and dry pole or a hella dry pole?
No. There was barely any cattails, so I knew it was solid.
We gotta remember those things.
I knew I wouldn't need it.
Okay.
It was in the boat. I just knew I wouldn't need it because there was only about 15 feet of cattails.
I got you.
So I knew it was like hard. Anyway, so then my wife has an asthma attack on the way out there.
Well, yeah, because it was
3/4 of a mile, damn near. It wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't raining, right? That sucked. But I had the wherewithal to not have her wear waders.
okay.
Because like trudging through the grass like up to your knee, I knew that would suck. And like waders, it just sucks to walk in them. So I was like, here's some bibs, wear your boots. And then I know that the water isn't that deep. Like in the cattails, I know it's a hard bottom. And so
You wore waders.
I wore waders so I could set up decoys and run Hank. Anyway, we shot our limit of ringers.
Yeah.
It was really good. And they were like in our face, up close. Like we should have been done in 3 flocks. Groups of 50 landing at 10 feet.
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
And Roya's like, she's got her gun here, and she's like this. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a shittier Scarface.
For sure.
You know, might as well just had it in between your legs. So I'm like trying to teach her how to like hold her gun again for the 15th time of us being together. And she's still breastfeeding her son, right? So she's got this special bra where you unclip it and you just open it and then your boob's out. And so it's got an extra clip right there. And she's like, this really hurts, Joey. I'm like, it shouldn't hurt, you know? You're not holding against your shoulder. And as she's holding against her shoulder, it's not ejecting the shell.
I see.
I was like, the inertia needs something to back up against. Like, you're not holding it right. That's why it hurts. So then on her last shot, she goes, fuck this. I'm done. And I'm like watching the bird as it's just crippled going down like 150 yards in the water. I'm like, great. She goes, Joey, seriously, look at this. She's bleeding from her fucking shoulder. Dude. Like, holy shit. So she was just pounding that buckle from her bra, just like,
oh my gosh, bro.
King. And she's still bruised up. That was 2 weeks ago.
That is nuts.
Yeah. She's like, if we keep fighting about this, I'm going to tell people that you beat me.
Dude.
That's how bad the bruise is.
That's crazy.
But yeah, she was bleeding bad. But she finally shot her limit after about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I was just like slowly picking out drakes. So like she would like kind of hit one, and then I would just clean it up, send out Hank. We'd kill one.
Yeah. Was it a tough walk in?
Yes, Cal. It was
just the whole way.
0.69 miles.
Yeah.
And as like I'm looking at Onyx, I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll just go around the bottom side of the slough. No big deal. Wrong. Willow trees within 15 centimeters of each other. So I'm carrying 2 dozen on my back, carrying 2 dozen decoys on my back with a giant backpack, and every single willow tree is catching on the decoys. I'm
of course.
Just like, oh my fucking God.
Absolutely, dude.
Losing my mind.
Yeah, Joey posted the picture, and then Roy commented, and it was like it was only a 2 mile walk in, but yeah.
It was bad.
And I was like, damn, he got you. First time. Because they gonna be coming again.
Yeah, dude. I'll get you on birds. You won't like it. You won't like it. Sometimes.
Some of the worst walks I've been into with Joey didn't shoot a single fucking bird.
True.
For sure.
Anyway.
For sure. Anyway, then we hunted with Nick.
Nick Johnson.
Hunted with Nick Johnson. That was really fun.
It was a great time.
For sure. It was kind of funny to me. The first day, he was like really excited about our opportunities. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Fired up. And they just didn't do it. And then the second day, he comes.
I mean, you got to give him more detail than that, buddy.
We shot.
Just didn't do it.
Well, I was going to get to what I thought was funnier. We shot 9 geese the first day. So it's not like we had like nothing. It was super fun. We had a great time. It was a good hunt. The birds that did it right. It was fun. But the field, the day before, that field was like loaded up.
Right.
And he's like, oh, this field is loaded up, boys. They're all in here. We were right off of a lake,
Almost too close to the roost.
almost too close to what was the roost. And the geese just didn't come to that field. They were just going to water. They were just going back to water.
Now, we still trafficked a couple of them.
Yeah.
It was a feed, and then it turned into a traffic hunt
Yeah.
from water somewhere else, going to a different body of water, and we
Right.
peeled off 9.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No,
Not
and
bad.
we were done at 10 a.m. It was fun. It was good. That night, Nick comes to me and he's like, yeah, so we're gonna have about, I don't know, probably 600-700 yard walk in with all of our gear, and I'm not sure if we're gonna shoot anything.
No, he didn't say I'm not sure. He said we're not gonna shoot shit.
Yeah, that's what he said. He comes in to the Airbnb me and Carter are at, just walks in. I had no idea he was coming back, which was funny. Just walks in and he's like, yeah, so we probably got about a 600-700 yard walk in tomorrow, and we're not going to shoot shit. I was like, great. That sounds like fun, dude. Sounds like a good time.
Oh,
he was
by the
not
way,
confident.
By the way, we were filming. We were filming
Right.
these hunts, too. So
Right.
be on the lookout for that one on YouTube. That's going to be a sweet video. But, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And-
I get back to the Airbnb. I had to run home after our hunt. And then I came back later that night, and Cal's like, I don't think we're going to do very well. I'm like, oh, fuck. So then I talked to Nick about it, and he's like, what he's explaining to me, I was like, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. And he gave me a much better positive outlook than he gave you guys.
Right.
I'm like, okay. But that's
I
Nick.
mean,
That's
yeah.
Nick. And then, and I was worried because I invited my boss's father-in-law,
Yeah.
who's the police chief of a town out there. And I'm like, should I just not invite him? And Nick's like, no, you should invite him.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we smashed the shit out of the birds.
Yeah, we smashed him.
Yeah.
Had an awesome hunt.
Oh, it was so much fun.
It was perfect.
It was great. And honestly, guys, like this year has been so, just sucked. Like it's been so warm up in Canada. They have not really pushed out yet. And I mean, they've come down in like random pockets. Like right now, it is November 13th,
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I was half a mile from my house and there's a duck feed of 3K. There's never been that many ducks here in the
A
last
Joey 3K or like
No,
a real?
a real 3K. I asked the
Damn.
farmer. I was like, "How many ducks do you think are leaving right now?" He's like, "At least 2,000." And then we watched another 1,000 leave. And I was like, he's like,
That's a lot of ducks.
she's like, I can't remember the last time I had this many ducks in my field. I'm like, right.
Yeah, that's a lot
Live
of
half
ducks.
mile up the road. I was like, the last time I saw this many ducks was at least 10 years ago. He's like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Fuck. So that's exciting. But until they're about 3 weeks to 4 weeks behind schedule.
Yeah.
It ain't cool. It
Yeah.
ain't cool.
It's not good.
No.
It's been really bad. It's honestly making me think that we're just never going to see any good numbers this year before our season's closed.
Well, the weather forecast is like 40s and 50s for the next 10 days still.
Right.
And that's the end of our season.
They were saying through February. That's what the predicted
40s
forecast.
and 50s?
40s and 50s in February.
That'd suck.
What?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding.
You're fucking...
No, that's what Nick just told me this.
What?
Nick just told me that today. He goes, look at the predicted forecast in February. Because we're not going to have snow.
What about December and January? What are they saying for that?
I don't know. He just said in February it's going to be 50s.
That would suck.
Dude, what is going on? We just don't have winter anymore?
Apparently not. I think that hurricane really messed stuff up.
But this was last year, too.
I know. We had a lot of hurricanes last year, too.
Dude, the weather is...
Out of
Off the
control.
chain,
It's double
bud.
OC. Out of control.
It is.
Yeah. This is not good.
It's insane. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I had a little glimmer of hope, though, after Nick Johnson. Because you your wife had some problems.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you were not good.
Bro,
Andy
it was
not good.
It was a stressful time.
Dude,
It was a stressful time.
Just give a little summary of it.
Uh,
Don't go into brutal detail, but
I'm just gonna say, tooth and mouth pain is, under the right circumstances, a big fucking deal.
right. Maybe you shouldn't hit your wife before you go on a hunting trip.
Easy, bud.
Stop hitting your wife
Easy.
before you go on a hunting trip.
I don't think I physically could have caused the type of pain to the mouth that she was in.
What does she do exactly now?
Burnt the dinner.
Yeah, she had. What'd you say? What'd you say?
She burnt dinner.
Shut the fuck up, Carter.
That's why you hit her.
Yeah.
Easy now.
Easy, bud.
Easy. Carter, you really got him pissed off there.
What kind of setup are you running here,
Don't
bud?
talk about my wife.
Shit, we're paying this kid. Nothing's screwed in anymore. Fucking hell. All right. Anyway, she thought she had popcorn in a tooth.
Right.
Went to pick it out. She had a crown on that tooth. Put on. Crown comes out. Ripped her whole tooth out of her mouth, pretty much. Nuts. Nuts,
and
dude.
This is the day before we left?
The day before we left for this trip. I'm like, I can still go on this trip. It'll be okay. Not okay.
My wife is watching her 7-month-old
My wife.
doctor or her daughter by herself. My wife.
It's like,
My wife, she has bad
So-
tooth pain. I leave.
so,
You watch baby. Goodbye.
you know, I saw Annie have a kidney stone while she was pregnant. And that was insane.
A lot of pain.
Really bad. Couldn't really walk very good. Ended up going to the hospital for it. Then when I saw this, she seemed like she was in more pain than when she had that.
Mm.
And I'm like, this isn't good.
Right.
Then goes in, you have to obviously get the tooth pulled and then have an implant or get a whatever. And that went worse. So we were in Wisconsin.
Supposed to be there for 4 days.
Yeah. I went for 2 days.
Right. We're supposed to be there for 5 days.
4 days.
4 days.
Wednesday,
5 days.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nope.
Not Sunday.
We weren't going to hunt Sunday?
Nope.
No. Ooh.
No, you said you had something going on Sunday originally when we
Mhm.
first, and I said we're coming home Saturday anyway. Remember?
Oh.
And you were like,
Cool,
"Oh,
cool,
okay,
cool,
cool."
cool.
Anyway, so Joey,
Cool.
so after we had this cool hunt, you just bopped around. I don't even know what you did after that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I was actually really excited about that because I went over to my boss's father-in-law's place, and he's like, yeah, you know, I live on this river, and there's this little backwater channel. You take this boat. Whenever you want, you just go up there. It goes right around, you know, now. It's better if it's frozen. But he's like, you know, ducks really hang out up there. I'm like, oh, okay. I started looking at it on X. I'm just like, oh, damn. Fucking sick. It's like an extra little pool that comes off the river. I'm like, cool. That's an option for this afternoon because we only shot 3 ducks that day.
Right.
But we have so many friends in Wisconsin. I'm like, huh. We were going to go up to your parents' place. So I was just like, I have friends up there on the same lake. I'm like, I would really like to hunt that and see what it's like. So I drove 2 hours north and hung out with them for a night. It was cool, like old school, like resort duck camp type deal. It was a very cool spot. Very cool people. And we actually shot a decent amount of ducks that morning.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It was sick.
And, ooh, you know what you should do? Tell them how you figured out what was wrong with the boat in the midst of this.
Right. So on my way up there, I'm like, fuck. You know, I'm talking to Molly, and I'm like, do I need to, like, use my boat? She's like, yeah. I'm like, fuck. All right. So I, like, stop at a marina to get a new gas tank. The only thing I can think of is when I was squeezing the bulb, gas was coming out of the top of the gas tank, and I'm like, okay, it's not sealed. It's a gas tank from the 40s. You know, I'm like, fuck, okay. I think I just need a new gas tank and a gas line. So I stop in a marina. I'm like, hey, here's my problem. He goes, you're doing that duck hunting in that boat? I was like, $600, man. $600 is not mine. The guy loves it. Loves the original. He's like, no, yeah, it's great. No, if it gets you there from point A to point B, fuck it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I bought a gas tank for like $100. Bought all these little hose clamps and whatever. He's like, you want me to just take a look at it? I was like, please, God.
Yeah.
Please, God. If it has an engine, I can't do it. I'm just an idiot. And I go in there. I'm like, I can build you a house, dude. An engine? No way.
Yeah.
He's not.
Right.
He's
no
like,
doubt.
well, we close in like 15 minutes, but let me take a look at it. You know? And he's just like, oh, yeah, you need this. And he goes in there. He's head of service. I'm like, fucking perfect. And he's a huge duck hunter, too. And he's like, yeah, you just need to do this and this. He saved me 2 hours of me dinking around with it and trying to fuck with it. And he's like, yeah, you just do this. I'm like, sweet. Squeezed the bulb, a little bit of gas came out. He's like, you just gotta get gas in the line. So I'm like, okay. And then it ran like a fucking top.
Yeah.
Just a new boat.
Yeah.
Instantly new. Fired right up.
Right.
I put it in the water that night. I'm like, I'm like, oh,
let's go.
oh,
Baby.
baby. It was good because that lake is fucking scary.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, dude.
And it was only like 10-mile-an-hour wind that next morning, but it was out of the north. And had a big group of mallards do it, and we shot like 5 or 6 out of it. It was great. Yeah. And then I had a gadwall just dancing over the decoys on the right side. I was like, should I just kill it? And they're like, please. You know, killed a couple of bluebills, a merg. Craziest shit. I've never seen this happen, though. Yeah. Here's what's crazy. He goes, there's fucking eagles everywhere, bro. So he goes, thank God your dog is good because my dog's hurt. His dog is like acting up this week, so we're not going to run him. I was like, okay, I'll bring Hank and shoot into that group of mallards. And I see one eagle in the air. He's like, send your dog now. I'm like, okay. So Hank's getting the close ones, and I'm trying to get him to go after the far one, and I'm like, I'm not going to fight with him on it. He's tripping over diver lines and shit, and I'm like, it's his first time hunting over a diver line. He doesn't understand. And now there's 4 eagles out of nowhere. They just spawned in the air. Yeah. He goes, oh, and it picks up one of the ducks. Like, immediately. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It was only like 20 yards out. I'm in the decoys. And this thing is just like, no fear. And then another one's getting close, and I'm like, Hank. He goes out to get it. This dog is a foot away from the bird. I thought the eagle was going to attack Hank. Picked up the bird right in front of Hank. He was like,
no way,
that
bro.
far from the bird.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they snatched 2 mallards from us.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was going to like claw out my dog's eyes. Guaranteed.
That's nuts, bro.
It was nuts, dude.
Did Hank freak out?
No, Hank's just like, Hank's a
guess
doof.
That's done.
Hank's just a doof. He's just like swimming around in circles for a second, like, what the fuck just happened? But I've never seen eagles just like dive bomb dead ducks. He's like, that happens every time we hunt out here. I'm like,
that is nuts.
But you can, it was one of those spots, like the whole lake is public, essentially. There's all these islands. And they built a blind on this lake, and all they have to do is put their name on it at the beginning of the year. But they've been hunting that island. That resort has been hunting that island for like 100 years or something ridiculous. Wow. You can just feel the history. It's like when Wade and I went and hunted with Lance at that point. Yeah. They had those blinds from the 80s that were still somehow there. You could just feel the history when you were there. Same thing with that lake. It was just like, whoa, I definitely want to come back.
That's sick.
Very, very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
We should go back.
People have been killing ducks there for hundreds of years.
That's so cool.
You can just feel it.
Did you see quite a few ducks too?
In the first hour and a half, yeah. And then after that, I was just like dead.
Yeah.
Dead. Yeah. It's like, cool.
Did you hear a lot of shooting?
No, it was a Friday morning. Yeah. So, but it was fun, and I figured that we wouldn't shoot birds the next day, and plus, so many friends there. It's like, okay, I'll hit this guy on the way back, Travis Pills. Guys, this podcast is sponsored by Onyx, and I really used it heavily, like, when we were in Wisconsin, and probably the coolest one that I use it for. It's one of their earliest features, but we're going out there in the dark, and for whatever reason, after the full moon cycle, so bright. Yeah. And then for like the next 2-3 weeks, it's just so dark. We're like, you can't see shit. And these guys know this lake like the back of their hand, and he's like, just follow me. And he doesn't even have a headlamp on. I'm trying to follow him in complete darkness. I'm like, damn, Molly's like, you didn't have your headlamp on. He's like, yeah, I did. She's like refacing forward the entire time. He's like, well, yeah. He's doing this through the water, dude. Like, he's snaking. And I knew that I was like, okay, I'm going to beat him on the way back for sure because I got to get like rolling and stuff. So like I'll grab all of my stuff, see what they need, and then I'm gonna roll back. So I tracked my way out there.
Yeah.
And I just followed that same line back because there's like deadheads and stumps and boulders and shit. He's like, yeah, like after this point, like it gets really rocky, so you kind of need to hug this shoreline. You would think you need to be in the middle, but no. I'm like, oh God. You know?
Yeah, dude. It's sketchy out there.
And so like the tracking thing was just incredible.
Yeah,
just followed my track, just looked at my phone, didn't even look up. Just
we've done that so many times too.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And especially like you want to get out to a spot before another person, like on a public spot, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get there first. You just follow this track line.
Yeah.
And then you'll be safe. Like especially out by the cabin. Where it's like you need to be so specific where that boat goes, or otherwise you beach it.
Right.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
So guys, if you don't have Onyx already, or if you do have it, cancel your membership and then use our discount code MWF20. Save yourself 20% off.
So you went to hunt with Travis.
So then I went to hunt with Travis, got fucking hammered, dude. Hammered. I don't know what happened to me. Like we're doing calling lessons in the garage and we're just having a blast, right? I haven't seen him in over a year. And he just got me fired up. You know, we're trying to get on this feed the whole night. And I bet you I had like 15 beers that night. I drank almost an entire case of Outlaw to myself.
Oh, my gosh.
Like bad. I woke, so I'm getting ahead of myself. But he's like, we for sure have a feed locked down for tomorrow. There's some ducks in it, not a lot, but we're for sure going to kill our geese. And it's Wisconsin, so you can only kill 3. So I was like, okay, cool. And so we're trying to get permission on this feed that has over 30 bands in it.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to kill some bands tomorrow. I'm like, fuck yeah. And so we're trying to like lock down the landowner. She lives out of state, but her brother lives there. They don't really have a good relationship, blah, blah, blah. Talk to the farmer, whatever. We run into this guy on the road watching him on this loaf. If you could have seen the amount of geese on this loaf, bro, it was 1,000.
Really?
On a loaf. Huge. So many geese on the water. Saw one band. They're like on this little land spot. He's scratching his head. It was cool. I had so much fun.
Sounds sick.
It was very cool. And then we get back to his house. Did not get permission, by the way. Ran into a guy. He's like, I hunt all this shit. It's like, cool. Just saying hi. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Not nice. And barely, he tried waking me up 3 times, he said. Went
In
to
the
bed
morning?
at like, woke up, went to bed at like 1. I showered, left all my shit on the floor in the bathroom. And I was like blacked out. Kind of wild. I don't know how it even happened. You know, I think Travis drugged me.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he drugged me with 15 beers. So wake up next morning, almost didn't go. I was that hungover.
Dude, what?
So hungover. Bad. Like my head was just pounding. I'm like, I don't know if I can go, bro. He's like, you gotta come. It's literally 2 minutes from my house. I'm like, fuck. All right. I have
You were that bad.
I was that bad. I was like, not okay. So we get out to the field. He's like, yeah, let's put decoys here and put decoys there. And I'm just like, putting silhouettes in the ground. I'm like, just worthless, dude. And then all of a sudden, there's just ducks. So many ducks. I'm like, holy shit. I thought you said there weren't that many ducks. He's like, there weren't.
Yeah.
And then I think we were like 1 or 2 ducks off of our limit. And then the geese were like, they've never been hunted before. They were so dumb. You know, but it's like a very special spot of Wisconsin. You know, I'm never going to say where it's at. But they just also have like everything leased up. They've had permission on it for 22 years, like that type of shit. He's way older than me. And, no, it was just so much fun, dude. We shot so many geese. And then we got like 3 away from our limit. And we're like, okay, we're going to start band checking, but they weren't really landing. So we're kind of like playing the lottery.
Yeah.
There's like that one started to put his feet down, like that one could, you know. And then this one flock of geese goes like this. They turn. All of us are like, band. And then me and the one guy right next to each other pulled up. He beat me by like a millisecond, dude. He's like, I definitely shot that first. I was like, you did.
So he kept it.
It wasn't banded.
What?
Dude, it was a feather stuck to his foot.
No way.
But when it turned into the sun, it shined.
It looked like a band.
Oh, all 5 of us, 6 of us, were just like, band. And then we pulled up and shot. And my dog goes out and gets it, and like Travis is there getting his like camera ready. He's like gonna take a bunch of photos and brings it back. He's like, it's a fucking feather. I'm like, oh my God.
Damn.
It fooled 6 people.
Yeah.
Just like that.
That's crazy.
But yeah, we were one goose away from our limit. There's this guy they called Scrat. Muskrat. Couldn't hit the fucking broadside of a barn. Literally, we're like, we got one goose left. How many geese you got behind you? He's like, I got 2. We're like, okay. Geese are coming into like 20, 30 yards consistently. Keeps missing. And we're like, fuck it, we're done. Couldn't kill his last goose.
Are you serious?
You know, and we don't want to party hunt. So we're like,
of course.
Kill your last goose.
Right.
He just kept, it was like 4 volleys he missed. 3 shots.
Oh my gosh.
And we're just like, bruh. And he's like, do not talk about this on the podcast. I was like, I'm for sure talking about this on the fucking podcast.
Oh,
you mess
man.
it up bad.
That's unbelievable.
So, no, I just had a blast out there, and I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah.
So it was just great.
Sounds like it's a good time.
It really is. And he's
After
got,
just
like,
bopping.
literally, dude, he has everything locked down except for that one farmer that had all the bands on it.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of acreage. But other than that, he, like, has everything locked down.
Yeah.
Crazy. So he's like, you guys have to come out one more time before the end of season. I was like, yeah no doubt.
Yeah.
So
I would love to do that.
he really knows how to hunt, too. He has he has all of the dive bomb fully flocked silhouettes, dude. Wow. Those are so different. Like,
oh, really?
In a really good way. I was like blown away.
Yeah.
Like how good they looked. It was crazy.
I got to see him.
It was like, because I've seen pictures of them and whatever, and I've seen them from afar. I'm like, yeah, those look good. And then you like hunt over them, and you're like, wow, these are like really good looking.
Yeah.
Like super good.
Did you guys hunt a full silhouette spread?
Yeah. Yeah, fully flocked. It was like 15 dozen.
Wow.
Like shit, dude. But it felt so good hunting corn and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's just so good. We band checked so many geese too. They just weren't in
didn't
that
have
field.
them there.
So
Yeah.
next day they go out. They're like, you gotta stay again. I'm like, I can't. I gotta go home. I gotta watch my kids in the morning. And Scrat again couldn't shoot, and so Travis had to pull up from behind and then shot a band. So
No way.
Scrat missed his bird 3 times. It was like in the decoys. Missed him 3 times. And he was like, I'm shooting Kent number 4s. Of course I missed that goose. And he's like, it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter if you're shooting 4s or double B. You know, you suck. Everyone's just tearing him apart. And misses the goose 3 times, flies behind him. Travis pops out of the layout, shoots it at like 15 yards, banned. He's like, Daddy had to kill him for you, didn't he? And he's just like, fuck you.
That's unbelievable.
That would hurt my soul.
Bad.
That would hurt my soul
bad,
so bad, dude. Imagine you pull up 3 times.
Oh, no.
And then out the back, I just go, boom.
That would just tear me
crush
up.
you, dude.
Yeah.
Especially like your first
Oh,
day.
for me, it would be devastating. For sure.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's sick, dude. I mean, it honestly, it makes me just want to go and do that again. Like just go place to place for a few days, you know?
That was really fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun. And like they have more birds out there than we do here.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you know, this feed has 400, this feed has 600, this feed has 300. It's like, we're going to kill them no matter what.
And it feels like home.
No.
It does kind of. Well, the birds are different, but
Wisconsin does not feel like home. It's a nice change of pace. It's nice.
yeah, the environment feels like home.
No, it's just it's so different. Wisconsin does not feel like home to me.
Oh, I don't agree with you.
No, like
Feels like home to me.
South Dakota, North Dakota, that feels like home.
That makes sense for you, I guess. Yeah,
Wisconsin, it's
feels
just like
home too.
Like we went to a bar, and like the bar games, like the dice games at the bar, and shit. I'm just like, that is so wild. Like
maybe it's just because my mom's from La Crosse, so I grew up spending a lot of time in Wisconsin, but it feels very homey to me.
Yeah,
a lot of shithole bars we can go to.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the draft, and the draft is brought to you by Turtlebox. I don't know if you guys saw our post, but we've been using those. We had used them in Canada as an e-collar. I think we talked about it in the podcast, right?
Yeah.
They were incredible. And we did a little undercover giveaway. Thank you to everybody who commented. You guys blew us away with how many people went and comment on that. So thank you. Carter, who is the winner of the Turtlebox?
The winner is
Joey Vasallo.
Nice. Rigged.
it is B_gold11.
You don't know.
What is his name?
What's their name? Go to the.
I'll try to find it.
You'll try to find it. B_gold11.
Yes.
Which is B gold 11.
Bo Golden.
Bo Golden.
Bo Golden.
All right, we'll message you, Bo Golden.
Are you messaging him right now?
Sure can.
And then you're going to make a story about it?
Sure can.
Because I had a lot of people message me. I keep going back to that post. How are you guys going to post the winner on that? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, we'll put it in the comments and pin it too.
Oh, there you go.
Also, by the way, just so that no one thinks we didn't, Keldon was the winner of the Migra giveaway. We did do the Migra giveaway. It's over. Thanks for participating.
Yeah, you didn't post about that, did you?
I didn't post it anywhere.
Good. Cool.
But the winner did get picked. Someone got picked.
We just do
did give it away.
giveaways and just give it away to someone secretly, or don't give it away.
No, we give it away to someone for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They wouldn't know.
Always.
Or
they
to Carter.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no, those were really good. Who doesn't want a free turtle box, dude?
For sure.
We want a free
We're going to
case
give
of-
away a bunch more of them.
Dude, I shot some of that tungsten Migra in Wisconsin. Holy
the 4.9.
shit, dude. Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
You got some slow motion of that hitting the bird, didn't you?
That one that was right over top. Oh my God.
blew it up.
Oh.
Bad. You could see
Hamburger.
every pellet hitting that bird. You could see the bigger pellets hitting it first, and you can see all the tungsten pellets hitting it. And it just exploded that bird.
No.
Yeah.
It was hamburger.
That's crazy.
It was so brazy, cuh.
You can still get it at Rogers Sporting Goods.
Yeah. Isn't that the only place you can get it?
I think you can get it at
It's an
Max maybe
exclusive.
too. But I don't know. I don't know all the locations. All the locales.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, I still, every time I hunt with someone new, and they always give me shit about the 20 gauge. They're like, really? You're going to shoot a 20 gauge? It's like, just watch. And then you just woof every bird, and they're like, holy shit, what the fuck are you shooting?
Yeah.
It's just 2.4 20 gauge. You're like, that's doing that? You're killing geese at 45 yards with a 20 gauge? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I shot a 20 with Nick the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I brought my 12 just because I wanted to try out that tungsten shit, and boy, howdy.
Yeah.
It felt good.
All right, Carter, what's our category?
This week, the draft is Best Duck Camp Traditions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So essentially, when you go to duck camp, what's just like a must-have?
Or just like the things you look most forward to as well.
Right.
Must have, look forward to most.
You wrote them down, right?
I wrote a couple down, yeah.
Why don't you start us out?
All right. One of my favorite things going to duck camp is having too many beers with the boys.
I knew that. I knew someone was going to say that one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Too many outlaws with the boys.
And especially as you have kids. Like, we're about to go on a work trip to Angel Wing, and my boss goes, dude, I can't wait to just get fucking hammered for 3 days in a row. And, like, not have to worry about, like, waking up with a child at 2 a.m. I'm so fucking stoked for that. I'm like, yeah, dude. That's what's really nice about duck camp.
Yeah, I'm still like a go to bed with a little buzz and still get enough sleep guy, but you stay up.
I stay up
depending
too
on the
late.
situation, you stay up too late.
I stay up too late. I don't always do the Travis Pills thing,
Sure.
where I just drink 15 beers and
Right.
wake up and like,
Yeah.
like
Right.
dry heaving.
Right.
That doesn't really happen too often.
Yeah.
But, okay. One of my favorite duck camp traditions is eating the frickin' birds that you kill. I love that. And you just get everybody's recipes on like how they do things, and you just kind of take a mental note of the good sounding ones.
Mm-hmm.
And like you and I are usually cooking duck.
Yep.
For people, so I just love seeing their face and being like, holy shit, especially the people that don't go all the time.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, how the fuck did you make it taste like this? I just love that.
Yeah. I always love duck opener when we get the station going. Joey always grills for duck opener, but it's just like an assembly line of so much duck and goose, and it all gets eaten. Right. Yeah, and like you said, people just never had it right.
It gets hammered.
Speaking of, before we go on, our video's out now. The first cooking video, Mongolian goose. So go check it out on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
All right, Carter.
Yes.
My first one would be cleaning birds after the hunt with a couple beers, standing around after a good hunt. If it's a bad hunt and you're cleaning like 3 birds, not as fun. But cleaning limits after, yeah, makes the cleaning a lot more fun.
Oh, yeah.
Got the turtle box bumping and Outlaws 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yeah, the 9 a.m. bird cleaning outlaw.
Oh,
is
yeah.
just that's some hype shit.
Yep.
No doubt.
That's some hype shit.
All right. This one has become like a more fun thing that I look forward to now, but card games.
Oh yeah.
Just way, way too competitive of card games with everybody.
That's better with like a smaller group. Like when we travel, like us three, or if we have another photographer
Yeah.
with us, that's really fun.
I.e. Grant Tony. If Grant Tony's there, you're going to have a lot of fun playing cards.
Yeah, well, he's just so bad.
He can't count them. He can't count them.
He also doesn't understand just basic rules.
Right. Yeah.
So if I'm playing dominoes and the only way I can make points is with 5, like, you know, it either has to be a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think I'll lay an 18.
Right. and he's got
points.
25.
And expect points.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. We call him Flick because he looks like the main character of Bug's Life.
One of my favorite dudes.
Love him. Does look like a bug, though.
And wears fedoras.
Yeah, big fedora guy.
If Grant's listening, let's just say
he wears a very stylish hat.
No doubt.
I texted him. We're like, he has to have fedoras.
No doubt.
And you're like, text him. I was like, tell me your mom gave you at least 3 fedoras growing up. He's like, bro, what the fuck? No. I'm like, Grant, it's me. You don't have to lie to me. He's like, seriously, I don't. And I was like, yeah.
That is just too funny. All right, Carter.
Did Joey say one?
No, you go ahead. Then I'll go after you.
Okay.
I'm about to drink some
not
beer.
Prepared for
No,
this.
I was not prepared for that.
You're still.
I was still thinking, yeah.
I needed that 30 seconds, bro. Yeah, dude, for sure. That's a good one. Okay, next.
I had one and I forgot it. I'll just go with this. Cribbage. Best. I don't count it as a card game. It's a board game.
Just said
No, it doesn't count.
this is historically one of the worst drafts I've ever heard, Carter.
No,
From you.
I don't care.
From
And
you.
that's saying
I mean,
something.
Nope.
Carter.
Fuck card games. Cribbage.
He goes, nope.
It's a home
Nope.
when you go to a duck
Nope.
camp and they have
Nope.
a cribbage board.
Just doubling down.
Yeah,
I literally
100%.
just said card games.
Yep.
And now,
And I said cribbage.
what do you need to play cribbage, Carter?
It's like saying you said cribbage and then I say Monopoly. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're so dumb.
Dude,
I
also,
love playing solitaire at duck camp. Why I like playing sevens?
I like Uno. So should we just do that? Best board games at duck camp? Is that what we're doing?
God. Carter, the only time that Carter has control in his life is when he's playing cribbage.
Yeah. And I lose.
So that's why he
loses.
likes it.
But I
Because he's
lose.
like, nope. Actually, you can make points.
I
from there,
beat him
too.
in cribbage.
I've beaten Carter in cribbage.
Yeah. You got to let the slower guys have a couple.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. We raced in Canada, bud.
Yeah, I let you have
Slower.
a couple. If we race again, you'd lose.
But we all know that's not true, so. Okay, so you're going with that then, huh, Carter? So you
for
want me
sure.
to put on the graphic, you want me to put
Cribbage.
cribbage for you.
Yep.
I always, my second one is someone always brings a new gadget or a toy to duck camp. And so just like everybody reveling and like looking at him being like, I don't know. Like, should we bring that tomorrow? Nah. You just like do like a gear overhaul, essentially. You go over everybody's gear and like what they brought and you're just like talking about it. It's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just love that, like that
This
banter
is
of like,
classic either like first night or second night.
yeah, you know, something. No,
the
it's
boats
just like,
are all out.
well, it's like even when I went up to Wisconsin,
Yeah.
right? And we're like dumping my boat in the water and they're looking at the flashbacks and they're like, the fuck are those? And I was like,
Right.
oh, dude, these are the shit. And I'm explaining to them like how much they cost and what they do in the water. And so like, he's like, I got to see what those things look like in the water. And the second I started deploying him in the water, he's just standing right over him. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah, dude. We
Yeah.
need to get like 6 of these. You know, I love that part of duck camp.
Yeah.
You're just like looking at people's boats, their gear, their fucking shotguns, their shell. Like, I don't know. You're just talking about gear. It's like, I just bought a TriStar. It's like, return it. You know? Return that gun. Return it.
Yeah.
Get yourself a Weatherby.
Yep.
Return it.
No
He's like,
doubt.
no, I just bought it today. I was like, well, then return it before you shoot it. Like, everybody in duck camp was like, what the fuck, dude? I've got this 35-year first edition Beretta, you know? And this guy's like, I got this Benelli from 1979.
The guy was like, I got a TriStar.
I got a TriStar. We're all just like,
No, you didn't.
no, everybody's laughing.
Shut up. That actually happened.
Molly tore him up. She's like, I told him to just fucking return it immediately. I'll get you a Benelli for your birthday. And he's like, no, but I got this for so cheap. And she's like, for a reason. I'm just sitting there like,
dude, a Weatherby Element is $700, by the way. If you just want $699, isn't it?
$599.
Oh my gosh.
It's unreal. And I pulled out my 20 gauge. I was like, dude, literally look at this thing. It's the same price. It's the same price. I don't know what he's
he's keeping that
Oh,
TriStar.
no, his pride was hurt. His pride was hurt.
Well, yeah.
He's like, well, now I got to run it.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter. He's
not
bought
gonna
it
take
on
any
that
of your-
fucking gun, dude.
Right.
Unreal. All right. All right. One of my favorite things is, in my opinion, there's no better way to wake up than an early morning boat ride. Every single time we're hunting ducks, I look forward to being on the water in the morning. I just think it's so much cooler than getting into a field. And obviously, like, I'm down to hunt whatever. I'll hunt a field, of course. I'm not like, no, we have to hunt water. But I do get just a little bit more excited when I know we're at duck camp specifically, because I just think putting a boat in the water to start the day is awesome.
It's better. You know, a working boat.
Way better.
A working boat ride.
Way better.
Incredible.
Than a non-working boat ride.
You know, you make it sound so romantic of that. You're very good at romanticizing duck hunting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get out there, like this morning, right? It's cold. It was like 31 degrees. I'm fired up. Get that boat in the water. I'm warm. I didn't put any of my camo on until I got to the boat launch this morning. 14-mile-an-hour wind. I'm like, cool. You know, I get to the spot after setting up the decoys. I'm like, okay, there's no wind on the backside of the island here. Cool. And I'm leaving. And I'm like, as soon as I got around the corner, I'm like, oh, no.
The wind.
No. Like, you make it sound so glorious, like this early morning board. Or early.
Order morning board
Early
ride.
morning boat
Holy
ride.
crap,
The
bud.
boat ride. The early morning boat ride. And then the wind gets you, or the cold, or you get splashed in the face. You're just like,
You saying that early morning boat ride brings me right back to Idaho on the Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. And it wasn't too cold. It was perfect.
There are some boat rides that suck more than others, by the way.
mm-hmm.
But I think I still just like all of them better than...
Yeah. No, I'm a water hunter.
Yep.
I agree with you.
Oh, it's just cool.
You guys are wrong. It's okay.
Anyway, Carter.
It's not me.
Really, I'm waiting for you to draft. What board game are you going to draft next?
It's Joey. Why are we skipping to me?
Well, now we skipped him, though, so now it's kind of like a...
No, now it's back to you. You do a fourth one.
I just did my third.
You don't have a third?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
My third one would be game planning the night before for the next morning.
No.
That's fun.
That was pretty lit.
It is fun.
Now, was that mine?
Yes. Now, what did I think you were going to say? Some type of gameplay. You were going to be like, gameplay with my friends the night before.
You know, we got a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops
Carter
6.
hears game, and he's like, which one?
Monopoly, Sawi, Yahtzee, Farkle, Quibbage.
Awesome.
Perhaps Quibbage?
Okay, well, now I'll put Joey on the spot.
Well, that was mine.
Say planning. Say like planning the night before, but change it. Change the wording.
No, I've ever since I was a kid, I've always really enjoyed the cleaning of the birds, or just like handling the birds. So like if you're in the blind, what's
Yeah,
that?
he did say clean the birds.
Yep.
No, just give me a second. So like just handling the birds. So you're in the blind.
Oh, I want to hear this. I really do want to hear it.
Handling the birds. Okay. So like you're in the duck blind and you're putting the birds on the strap.
Burden. No, I'm just trying to envision how funny this draft board that I've got to make a graphic for is going to look when I say playing games with the boys. And then Carter's is cribbage. And then Carter drafted cleaning the birds too. Now you're drafting handling the birds for 3.
Yeah, handling the birds, mainly putting them on the strap. I just love putting birds on the strap. What?
Nothing. I think that's a good one.
Fuck you.
No, dude, that's
Whatever, bro. You know the old ones? It's like, you know how Logan has that
oh yeah, like a McAllister strap?
so like how it's got the metal ring?
Yeah.
So like back when I was a kid, that's all we had. We didn't have the foot strap. We had a couple of them, but the metal rings are the ones that always made it out to the blind. And so you put the nice pretty drakes on the bottom. So you just see green stacked up all in one. And if you really got like overzealous with it, you could probably fit like 10 in one side, it looked ridiculous.
Too many. Mm-hmm.
Too many. Yeah, you're not going to get it back out. You're almost like crushing the skull, putting it in there.
Sure.
Because we'd have 5-6 guys going out there, and we got like 2 straps.
Right.
It's like, cool. What are we gonna do?
That's
so you just like
always the
start like
case.
stuffing them in there, because you don't want to be like, we're gonna kill them, so we're gonna bring 6 straps today, because that's when you don't kill any.
Should every guy bring a single strap? Like even if it's just
But don't take it out until the next strap is full.
Oh, of course. But should everyone always have a strap?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yep. Like when we were with Nick and we're carrying birds out of the field, I'm like, this sucks. Wish I could just throw it over my damn shoulder. Carrying 3 geese in one hand,
Right.
3 ducks in the other hand. I'm just like, got my gun, got my blind bag, and I'm carrying something else that's like awkward. Just like 700 yards.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Sucked.
I'd rather just have a duck strap.
Big time.
Big time.
All right, that was the draft presented by Turtlebox, and let's.
How's it feel? How's it feel, son?
It's fine, I guess.
Watching you, son.
Wow, that really caught me off guard. Actually,
Oh, you don't like it?
I didn't do that.
Did
to
it
you.
jar you?
I didn't do that to you. I waited a second, then I said,
Have I been in the Twilight Zone? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
Putin. Maybe. It checks out.
Go ahead, Bumbly.
Anyway, coming from this guy,
Mumbly Bumbly.
we're gonna do Now Say What, presented by.
SoundGear.
Nice job, Joey.
Thanks, Cal.
It's pretty good.
Listen here. Listen here.
Try.
I will slap the tooth out of your mouth just like you did to your wife. All right?
I did not
Allegedly.
hit my wife.
Allegedly.
This is unbelievable. Say What, presented by SoundGear. By the way, you can use our discount code Flyways for 20% off even your customs.
By the way, guys, that means that you can save $400.
$320.
$320.
Nice math.
Big time.
Yep.
That's a lot of money saved.
Yeah.
They save
It-
your
it
hearing.
is.
Did you know, Cal, that if you lose your hearing, you can develop dementia?
I had
Pretty
no
wild
idea.
shit. I'm already getting it.
Big time.
Big time. That's why I'm slurring my words so much.
Bumbly.
Bumbly. That's why I'm so bumbly.
You'll get through it.
Honestly, man,
I think it's just a sleep problem.
if I
actually.
could master a single accent. Okay, here's a real question for you.
Okay.
If you could master a single accent, what would it be? Like, it is perfect.
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe
I
English.
I would be Nigel Thornberry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, Eliza. Oh, mumbly bumbly.
You're pretty close.
I'm close, but I'm not perfect yet.
Yeah. Or Australian would be really fun.
I've already got it.
Yeah, but
I've already got
you
it.
really got it though.
The amount of people that are like, whoa. Yeah, I got it.
All right.
So now I need the next one. Like, it's cool. Not as practical as the Nigel Thornberry.
Yeah. Say a homeowner loan.
A homeowner loan?
Homeowner loan. Say that in Australian.
Homeowner loan.
Mastered.
Homeowner loan.
Homeowner loan.
Homeowner loan. I went to the bank, got myself a homeowner loan. That's a good one.
Oh, fuck. Anyway.
Micah taught me that one. All right, let's do Say What, Carter.
Okay.
Hit us with it.
Yep.
What's the score, by the way?
Score right now, Joey is 7 and 13. Cal is 10 and 18.
Okay.
Because you did one with Gavin.
Yep.
Bro, you missed 8.
Yeah. You've missed 5.
Yeah.
And you've got 5 less than me.
Right.
Okay.
So unless I miss all 5 tonight.
It would just be a percentage. Based on percentage, though, it won't be based on.
Carter, go ahead. We're getting into math.
Yeah.
We're getting into
that
math.
was too much for you.
Yep.
Too much.
So say what? I read out a fact or a story or something, and they have to guess whether it's real or fake.
And Carter made these up, by the way.
Some of
the
them.
fake ones, he made them up.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
Yeah. Do you want a fact or a story first?
You pick, Carter.
Go
Nope,
ahead.
this is your world, bud.
Okay. We'll do
We're just living in it.
We'll do a fact first here. Ducks sleep with one eye open. A study in 1999 revealed something very interesting about their sleeping habits. While one eye open, only half the duck's brain is asleep, while the other half is awake.
That's true.
Wow. If it's false, this is incredible. See, I know I've seen them with both closed. That's the part that's hard for me. Like when you're scouting and you see them like on a low.
It's not that they always sleep with one eye open. It's that they sometimes do.
I didn't say always.
They can?
Yeah, they have the ability.
A lot of horses sleep with their eyes open too.
Ducks are famously horses, so that checks out.
True. We don't have all day though.
I know.
Just part of it.
I know. I just don't want to get 5 wrong.
Right, you're a little worried about it. And I understand that. I do.
I'm gonna go with true.
And Cal, you went with
True.
it is true. It is true from
Follow
Ducks
me, bud. I'll
Unlimited.
lead you the way.
Jesus Christ.
You're answering first next. All right, go ahead, Carter.
Next one, we'll do another fact here. In a brood of ducklings, only about 40% grow into full ducks. The rest are killed by predators, weather, or lack of habitat.
I'm not gonna lie. I was reading.
Right,
A text
I was
message.
waiting for you to say that.
In a brood of ducklings, only about 40% grow into full ducks. The rest are killed by predators, weather, or lack of habitat.
I mean, it's so tough, dude, because there's just certain years where it's higher than 40% and some years where it's lower than 40%. So Average? True.
I'm going to say true.
Both of you are wrong. Real number is 60%. Much higher.
I mean.
That's much higher. On an average, 20% higher.
Okay. 40 seemed pretty high.
No, that's fine.
It's
All
okay.
right.
You
No,
both
that's
are
good.
wrong.
Next.
It was a good one. Fucked me up on that one.
Here's a story.
Great. I can't wait. Can't wait to hear it.
In 2012, a nursing home used ducks as emotional support tool in Florida. Residents were visited daily, and they could go to the ducks' room and visit them if they wanted. They had a pond and swimming pool, whatever, in there. I didn't see the detail. This worked well until the duck died, which made the residents even more sad.
What do you mean you didn't see the detail in there? What detail?
I didn't watch a video or read it.
All right. I'm going to say this is true.
So stupid.
People would do this shit, though, dude. People would do it. If it's not true, somebody would do this.
False.
It is false. I made that up.
False. With
It's
the cute little detail,
You know
I
what?
didn't read the whole
Honestly,
thing.
man,
Fuck you.
Based on what happened earlier in this, by the way, I just want to make sure there's not a nursing home out there that has a pet dog.
Okay, while you do that, I'll read the next one.
Okay.
So this is a
nursing home with a pet duck.
He just said there's a nursing home that brought in a pet duck.
that used ducks as an emotional support tool.
Look
There
up
are
nursing homes that use ducks as emotional
There
support
have been
tools.
multiple nursing homes with pet ducks, including a veteran who visits nursing homes with therapy ducks.
Did it make the residents more sad when they died?
Should we cancel it out?
There's also a senior living facility in Florida where residents raise wild ducks as pets.
Is that an emotional support tool?
Therapy ducks is the label on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really smart. I don't know what to tell you. Good ideas all come out for me.
Well, Carter, I'm just saying.
I don't fact check my fake stories.
You need to start fact checking your fake stories.
You got to start paying me more.
No.
Boom, roasted.
Absolutely not. We'll just get ChatGPT to do it.
There you go. Okay, so we're canceling that one out.
Yeah.
Rigged. Okay.
Rigged. Oh my God.
So yeah, this one is like a story, kind of.
Oh, good.
Shut up. So this is from their point of view. I was trying to jump wood ducks on a creek this afternoon by Tremont, Minnesota. When on my way back to the car, I got charged at by a mountain lion. It followed me back to the car half a mile, and it started coming towards him. So I let off a warning shot, and he was on the phone with 911. Couldn't tell for sure, but it backed off after I shot at it. DNR came out and sheriffs to locate the cat and try to scare it off, but they could not find it again.
False.
What? You're asking me if this happened to somebody?
Yes,
I think it's probably true.
it is true. MN Waterfalls Group.
Sorry, Joey.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't get pissy when you get it wrong.
No, no, it's not that I'm pissy that I lost it. It's just like we're doing a true or false story off of a post from Minnesota Waterfowl.
Big time.
So.
No, there was pictures of the sheriff being out there and stuff, and there was a video of the mountain lion growling at him. Sick.
Really?
Yes.
In Minnesota.
Tremont.
Where is that?
Tremont. Minnesota. I didn't look up the geographical location.
Local Tremont man fakes with story about
Yeah.
spreads false narrative about mountain lion.
Another one here.
All right.
That's southern Minnesota.
Is it? Joey, are
Which
you
is
ready?
even weirder.
We have to check to see if Joey can.
It's like
He doesn't
maybe
have
an
his listening ears on.
hour southwest of Mankato.
Have you muted him? He cannot hear?
It's like an hour southwest of Mankato.
It's far down there.
Where the fuck would that thing would have come from?
Where the fuck would that thing would have come from?
Probably the mountains. Joey, do you have your listening ears on?
Starting to worry, dude.
Okay, this next one.
Dementia, you know.
Yeah. A mallard hen banded in Nebraska returned to the same nesting site for 7 straight years. The hen had over 100 ducklings. Majority were banded, but none returned. The bands that were recovered were in Alberta, Arizona, and Texas.
Wow.
Go with true.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's true.
That is true.
Way too many details for that one to be false.
Yeah,
But also,
I thought it was very interesting.
No,
I have
it's
friends. I have friends in Elk River, and they had ducks, and they banded the pair in the spring, and then next spring they came back, same ducks, and they like let them come up to them, and weird. They were like kind of like a domesticated. Maybe they just remembered them. I don't know. So whenever they had ducklings, they banded the ducklings, and they had their phone number on them, and a couple of ducks would get shot. They had a crazy one. I think it got shot 1,500 or it's like 1,000 miles straight west, which is weird. So it must have gone up into Canada and then followed a different group of ducks to a different area. But they were like, this is so crazy, like the places that they've been killed. But like all the ducks that were bred there that didn't die came back.
That's
every
nuts.
year. So like I think it was about 5 to 7 years that the breeding pair came back. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Very cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, I actually know of another person who lives literally in downtown Minneapolis, and they have a little pond in their backyard, and every year the same 2 mallards come back.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's pretty crazy.
Last one here.
All right.
Ducklings have pre-hatched communication to come out of the eggs at the same time. When it's getting near hatching day, they, like the chicks in the eggs, click so they hear each other through the eggs, so they know when to come out.
Say it again.
Yeah, I want to watch you say it again. Actually.
No, you can't analyze me.
No, say
Yeah.
it again.
Ducklings have pre-hatched communication to come out of the eggs at the same time. as the day of hatching nears, the ducklings communicate through the eggs with
It's like
clicking
Jurassic
noises.
Park.
I'm gonna go with true.
I'm gonna say false.
That was true.
Damn.
That's true.
All right, final tally. What's the
I was
score
looking
right
for him to say click twice to make sure he actually wrote that down.
now? Like click. Right.
Because if he was making it up, he would have just used a different word.
Yeah.
Joey went 3 for 5. So you're 10 of 18.
Fuck.
Cal, you went 3. You
3
both
for
went 3
5.
for 5.
Okay, so I'm 13 for 21.
You are 13 for 23.
13 for 23. Yikes.
And Joey's 10 for 18.
All right. What's our percentages at?
Joey is at 55%.
Yep.
And you would be at 56%.
Damn. Give me another 5. I'll fucking get above you.
All right. Carter, can we get a little outro music? Really quick before we go, guys. Get your Ducks Unlimited memberships before the end of the year, and you can get
Sign up for that freaking gun calendar.
Minnesota
You're an idiot if you don't.
VU gun calendar. It's $65. You get your $35 membership with it. So essentially, get a DU membership, add $30, and you can win a shitload of different guns. And they have other stuff in there. There's like 4 people winning 10K.
That's insane.
It's insane. So check that out. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, Joey. One more thing, by the way.
No. I actually have one more thing for you.
No, you don't.
No, I do. Here's the deal. How are we going to close out our season here in Minnesota? Because it's a week earlier than ever.
What's it? Oh, you really? Are you being serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is on air. Yeah, we're gonna